Buckle up. Here we go, guys. Well, welcome everybody. My guest should be joining us very soon. Hopefully, he will. I have Ryan O Neill, modern country singer songwriter tonight, and here's Ryan. Ryan is here.
Oh,
Ryan, you're perfect timing. I got to tell you right to the minute.
how's it going?
Good. Well, welcome. This is a Blaze Entertainment. It's called DOCG Presents. I do this for Paula Ann. I got to give her a shout out. Ryan is performing at the Christmas with the Stars. Is it, Ryan?
Yes, yep. Christmas at the Stars.
Tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll get started in the interview. I got it up there right there for people.
Yeah. So basically, what that entails.
Oh, you cut out on me, Ryan.
There we go.
Cut out. Yeah, there you go.
So essentially, what that entails is it's a Christmas charity show where we'll all get together and raise some funds for the people who were affected by the hurricanes and the devastation down in Florida and North Carolina.
That's so sweet. I mean, a lot of the things that Blaze Entertainment does is for a lot of different causes, and that's a huge cause right there. I mean,
Yeah.
the people that were devastated in there. So Ryan, let's talk a little bit about yourself now. Tell me, like, how did you get started first in music, and what were your influences?
Yeah, so I got started in music when I was just, I don't know, probably about 9 years old. I always enjoyed music as a young kid in the car and and going to concerts as a child. But it really dawned on me. I started playing drums in the church band, and I really started to get more involved there. And then eventually I began picking up singing. And I was like, I don't know. We'll see where it goes, see what happens. And I won a few competitions with it. And I was like, okay, maybe this is something I should take a little bit more seriously. And from there, it just kind of has stemmed. I eventually met Paula and a Blaze Entertainment. And next thing you know, I'm playing in Nashville and I'm recording songs in these historic studios. And as far as influential artists, I think that really comes from some of the best that country music's had. Trace Adkins, Toby Keith, some of those classic guys, Alan Jackson, and now it's kind of stemming to today's artists. We saw the Taylor Swift and saw what she could do from country to pop, and then saw kind of Carrie Underwood, and so that stuff's all definitely played a role in my life, and seeing just how much music can affect people, and seeing how much you don't have to necessarily stick with the genre anymore. I mean, you can be country, you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, you don't, and that's a good part. That's a good thing, because that opens up so many doors for you. Whereas
Really
before
does.
you just solidified as a country artist, now you're a country pop artist or you're a country blues artist. I have so many friends that do country music, but they do so many other things with the country music. You know what I mean? Like country
Yeah.
rock, country pop. So, and even then, I don't even like when people do that to people, because it kind of like puts them in that one position, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
You as an artist are so much more than that,
Yep.
right?
I agree. Yeah, and I think over time it changes. I think just because you start out maybe country pop, maybe you do become a little more authentic country. The more you're involved in it, you kind of live the lifestyle more and more every day. And I think that changes because the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing things are the realities, and just my outlook on life is very different now than what it was 10 years ago when I first started playing.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So where are you at now, Ryan? Where you live? Where are you at? Located?
I'm back home in Detroit. I was born and raised here, a little town called New Baltimore, and it's if you're looking at the mitten, this is the great thing about Michigan, is we got the mitten right here on your hand. I am located somewhere down in here,
Okay.
right by Lake St. Clair.
I like the
And
flare in the back too on the TV. That's cool.
I figure it gives it a Christmas vibe, right?
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, absolutely.
um, yeah, so it's pretty exciting being from Michigan and kind of seeing because originally Metro Detroit was kind of home for Motown, right? So
Correct.
you've still got a little bit of that flair going on, and it's a pretty diverse place now. We're starting to see a little bit more hip hop, and
Mhm.
if you go north, it is more country, and if you go west, it's a little bit more jazzy. So I mean, it depends on where you're from in the area, but um, there's a lot of talent here for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It just the idea that there could be a lot of people watching us right now and listening to us is a great idea too because we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Live 365, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on TuneIn Radio, we're on Roku, we're on Fire Stick, we're also on YouTube, two YouTube channels and two Facebook channels. So we're on a lot of places right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anything you want to say to your fans out there about yourself, and then we'll get started with the general interview.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, I want to thank everybody because tis the season. But no, from the bottom of my heart, I really want to thank everybody for all their support and sticking with me. Through this last few years, but really this last year has really been life changing, and I just want to make sure that I express my gratitude in a sincere fashion to everyone who's been there with me from the start. Because without you and without everybody that's been a part of it's not possible. It just isn't. So thank you.
It takes two to tango, but it takes a village to help. With what you need done. And I'd say it all the time with musicians. You got to be so shameless in self promotion. You have to get out there and tell people about yourself. I don't know what it is about musicians. They just, they're like, oh yeah, okay, but I'm like, no, get out there and tell people about your music. Make sure you talk about why you got into music, what struck you about a song that got you into music. I mean, in the early ages of when I was growing up, I remember listening to early Beatles and pretty much, anything that was around in the 60s and 70s at that time. But I favored a lot of horn bands. But I'm also a country person. I love country music. I've always loved old country. I love the new country. Some of the artists you mentioned, I love them. And it just feels right to hear the lyrics that tell a story because every song is a story or a poem in itself. Don't you agree?
I agree 100%. And I piggybacking on that, I think country music especially is probably some of the most storytelling music there is. And
Yeah.
I do generally believe that the message is almost always something so real. And I think that you can feel it in the music, especially country. I mean, every genre has it, you maybe I'm a little bit more keen to country music in that respect, but I do feel that country just has always got a sound. It always hits home.
Yeah, and what's funny is if you listen to early 60s and 70s songs, a lot of them have a country background or a country rhythm or a country musician that's a session musician on the albums and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate that a lot more than maybe certain other things. But I like everything. So who am I to say? So talking about a little bit of your music. So you're going to be doing the Christmas with the Calls. We said that, but you're also going to be performing in a lot of different areas, right? And you're going to be playing your music. Do you want to play anything tonight for your fans or anybody around?
I certainly could. Yeah. I'm going to be playing around in Nashville coming up. Aside from Christmas for a Cause, we're going to aim for another show there. Um, I think the Nash House is our plan. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to do a release party here back home at Coyote Joe's coming in February. So
Okay.
really looking forward to that. and to see what next year has to offer, because I think there's gonna be a lot we've got on the charts.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I appreciate this
So
interview with you as well. Um, I wanted to. Where can people get your music?
yeah, you can find my music on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music. I mean, really any streaming platform, YouTube, um, right under Ryan O Neill. So you can follow me there. And I appreciate the subscribes, the downloads, the follows, because that's how we, as artists, get our music out there and get to share it and get our name heard. Because without the streams, it's not possible.
It's so true. That's so true. So a little bit about your music. So if somebody didn't hear your music before and they started hearing it, what would they hear? What are they listening for? The stories, the sound, the lyrics, or all of it?
Yeah, generally, I would like to say the story. Um, all of the songs that I've written, they all have a deep meaning behind them, that I think people would tend to pick up on. The first song I put out was "Fly," and that one sounds a little bit more ballad-esque. Um, it's really a pretty song, but what it's about is kind of maybe taking that first step into adulthood, and you don't really know what to do. You're kind of afraid to go live life for the first time without, having someone to help you, and just kind of trying, because you don't know what the road's going to bring you. You don't know what's going to happen. So you just have to have the courage to sometimes just fly, just do it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Everything is a risk in life, right? You just if you want it bad enough, and people want to hear you a lot or at all, they have to. Everything's a risk. Everything's a risk.
Yes.
And the music is, if you want to play something, you're welcome to play it. But talk a little bit
Yeah.
about the song if you're going to play what you're going to play, a little bit about the song, the background on how you wrote the song and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I'll play Fly for you. And basically, as far as background goes, this song kind of came to me the first time I was in Nashville, which was in June of 2023, I think. Yeah, yeah, that was the first time I was down in Nashville for CMA Fest. And it was just really a surreal experience. It's always been a place I've wanted to travel to. I've always wanted to visit. And getting to go down there for the first time and actually get to play and experience the music firsthand. There's a lot of talent in Nashville. There's a lot of great music.
Hmm.
But it was really cool to get down there and do that. Um, but this song came to me because I had decided at that point that maybe this was a place I wanted to live and spend life and get to play out. And so I remember talking to my aunt, and she said, sometimes you just gotta just spread your wings, just do it, just go down there and live life. I mean, why not? You're young, you might as well do it. And I thought to myself, okay, I didn't think anything of it at the time. I get to the airport, and at the time, that's when Canada was having some wildfires and flight delays for back home. So I sat at the airport for like an extra hour, and I was by myself, and it just came to me. I sat down, all the lyrics flowed naturally. I wrote the song within 45 minutes. I sent it over to my manager, and I said, "What do you think of this?" And she says, "We've got to cut this song." So that's kind of the story behind Fly, but really, again, that message is really about getting out there and just not being afraid to try and just have fun. You only live one time. We're all living life for the first time.
Oh yeah.
So
And one other question
uh,
before you start on the song: who was the biggest influence for you in your family? Uh,
um,
Mother, father, sister, brother?
I'd say my biggest influence in my family, um, it's probably my mom's father. It was my grandpa. Um, we were really really close. He was probably one of my best friends. Even as a kid, I would go out there and spend summers with them. They lived a little farther away out in the country, and that's where I feel like I really got to kind of find myself. And um, yeah, he was a great man. He was a great man.
It's
So
awesome, awesome. Can we hear
yeah,
"Fly" then?
yeah, absolutely. Let me grab my guitar.
All right, go ahead. So I'll talk a little bit about. Oh, you're right there. Okay, Christmas with a Cause, guys. is very important for Blaze Entertainment. We're going to give you a little bit of information on that right after we're done here. So you can, it's coming up, what, this week? Is it the 7th? Yeah, the 7th,
Yeah,
this Saturday. So, guys, get your tickets really quick if you want to go to this. And where is this going to be in Nashville?
it is. Yes, it's going to be at the Texas Troubadour.
Okay, cool. All right, Ryan, whenever you're
Yeah.
ready.
I'm going to pull these out.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Found myself in a whole new town, bounded by people who ain't around. Here I am making my own moves. It's time that I sing some new tunes. Lost some friends and family. They couldn't see what I could be. But now that I have some room to breathe, in that place where I feel free, it's hard to do it sometimes. It's wheels up on a tide. Thought I tried Detroit, then Austin. At times I feel like a lost one. The hurt that I was going through can't outshine, cause I feel brand new. Thought I'd try New York and LA. Thought I'd find myself a new way to get through the pain I was going through. Look at myself in the rear view. Nashville is the place I'm gonna try. Gotta spread my wings and fly. Thought the one I'd marry is the one I just can't carry. Feeling love for the first time makes it hard to draw the line. See, moving on ain't easy when you just can't see me. Now that I have some room to breathe, in that place where I feel free, it's time to take off your training wheels. Carry myself and just be real. Thought I'd try Detroit, then Austin. At times I feel like a lost one. The hurt that I was going through can't outshine, cause I feel brand new. Thought I'd try New York and LA. Thought I'd find myself a new way to get through the pain I was going through. Look at myself in the rear view. Nashville is the place I'm gonna try. Gotta spread my wings and fly. Spread my wings and fly. Oh, thought I tried Detroit, then Austin. At times I feel like a lost one. The hurt that I was going through can't outshine, cause I feel brand new. Thought I'd try New York and LA. Thought I'd find myself a new way to get through the pain I was going through. Look at myself in the rear view. Nashville is the place I'm gonna try. Gotta spread my wings and fly. Spread my wings and fly. Oh, fly. Spread my wings and fly. Oh.
Oops. I have completely lost audio. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
There we go.
Okay, you're back. Okay. All
I
right.
lost I didn't hear anything after the song.
Well, I wanted to say that that was an unbelievable song. It touched me in many, many ways. Chord structure, the way the song's formed, uh, the singing of it, and it comes through here really nice too, which means that it's probably even 100% better when it's not on here. It's like live on the radio or live with an MP3. It's got to be amazing. People should definitely pick up your music.
Oh, thank you so much.
I wanted to say too, we're sponsored by Fort Madison Guitars. Fort Madison Guitars, a good friend of mine, Chance McFadden. He has a guitar shop out there, and he literally has been in the music business over 40 years. And he's played with big people over the years, and even I think some Glenn Campbell and some original session musicians from the Wrecking Crew. So he's really got a lot of knowledge of music, and he's a good friend of mine. But he also does a great, when he plays music, he does a great job. He's still out there playing too, every now and then. But he does sell guitars and keyboards and things like that. So if anybody wants to buy anything, go to Fort Madison Guitars, check him out, and tell him that Doc G sent you. Okay? I'll say that for my friend. But yeah, the music is great. Did you write any Christmas songs?
I have not written a Christmas song just yet. That's
Oh,
it's on my list. That's one thing I would like to do.
I've seen a lot of Christmas songs come out this year because we play a lot of indie artists, independent artists like you that are new artists that just come out and people really don't know who they are. It's my job to get people out there to say, oh, who is that? I like their music, and then either find out more about them or find out where they can go see them. Um, what is your thoughts to a new artist that just comes on the scene right now? What are your ideas, and how do you explain to them how to navigate the industry?
Well, it's tough because I'm still figuring it out myself, but
Right.
um, the biggest thing is to just be yourself and be original and authentic because people can tell when you are and when you are not. So that's number one. And number two is you just gotta don't be shy. Get out there, network, talk to people, because everybody knows someone, right? Connections are going to be your biggest help, your biggest best friend. So don't be afraid to get out there and talk to people and write. And you never know. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. TikTok and YouTube and Reels, they're all a huge part in today's social media. And songs blow up from independent artists and new artists. And, one day you got, 5 people watching your videos, and the next minute you've got 500 million listening to your song. So you never know.
Yeah, what's funny about that is I've talked to a lot of artists over the years, and they said, they might recently got noticed or something like that, and they said, yeah, it only took me 35 years.
It's
And
true.
and the reality is that's because things were really slow back then. And
Hmm.
like you said, today, one hit song will blow it away for you. It'll
Yep.
literally blow it away. If it's a singable, likable song that people can sing along with, it's hit bound, it's got great sound. It's not too this, not too that, but just enough of this, just enough of that. It's like a soup.
Yep.
You throw too much of something in the soup, it's not going to be good soup. But if you just throw the right ingredients in at the right times and the timing and everything, and you know what I always tell musicians too, Ryan, the best part of playing is to know when not to play. Now you'll understand that because when a guitar solo, a drum solo, a keyboard solo, or anything like that, if there's too much in the background, it takes the focus off what's on the solo. And I think that's really important when you play any instrument. I play guitar too, but not like you. I haven't played guitar in probably 30 years. So you can probably show a lot of people a lot more things that you have learned. I mean, the digital age is really crazy right now with auto tuners and electric guitars that are, you don't even need strings. They're fretless. They're stringless. They're, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
it's so crazy that where you can go and the sounds you can make from just one guitar, it's literally crazy. I mean, it's just where we are right now. So do you have a band behind you as well?
I sure do. I do. Um, so they're all from Michigan here, all around the state, really. Um, my guitarist is one of my guitarists is my brother, and then I've got another one that his name is Luke. He's out of Royal Oak, and then my bassist is Brianna. She's out of Jackson, and then we've got a drummer now, Hunter. He's also out of I want to say the Jackson area as well. So yeah, we've got a good 5-piece band, and we're on the road. We're getting ready to make some moves this summer. We're excited.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Well, I don't want to hold you up too long because I know you just got done work, and I respect that. I respect that, and I appreciate you being on here tonight. Give us one final thought before we talk a little bit about the Christmas show again, and maybe who some of the other guests are going to be there, some of your other friends or other music artists that are in there, and just let's let everybody know some certain areas where they can find you, your website, social networks, to buy your music, merchandise, and all that.
You can find me on imryanoneil.com. That's IMRYANONEILL.com. There's a lot of Ryan O'Neills out there, so it's really imperative. But you can find me at that same name on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Threads is the new thing. You can find me on all of those social media at I'm Ryan O'Neill. Please listen to my songs, download them, stream them, send them to your friends. Tell everyone you can, because it really goes a long way. And I greatly appreciate the opportunity of being on the show today. And I would like to thank Paula and Ablaze for connecting us, and for you for taking the time to help new artists like myself and get out here and show us to the world. So really, thank you very much.
Oh, make sure I get your music too. You can send it to this email here, which is my email. Let me find it for you. Here. If you can see that, can you see that? admin@hamiltonradio.net.
Got it.
And I'll put your music on the playlist. And if it's not Christmas, unfortunately, I won't be able to play it till after January. But I'll put it on the playlist, and it'll play daily. Awesome. You can send your fans to request it. And if you have any other songs you want to send, just send them my way. You can let Paula know you're sending them to me too. So I always give her shout outs on the air.
Yeah.
She's a good person. She's a good friend of ours. She's been a friend of ours for a long time. And she's a trusted friend. So back to the Christmas special, Christmas for a Cause. Do you know how long this is going to be for people that want to get tickets?
We've got a pretty solid lineup. So I want to say it's probably going to be a 2 or 3 hour event. I would think. And we've got some pretty great artists that are going to be showcased that night. We're all going to be doing a handful of songs. So we've all prepared a Christmas song, whether original or not.
Oh, nice.
We're all going to do something for Christmas, and then probably some originals as well. So you get to hear our music live.
Nice. I'm just showing everybody a little bit about it so they can see. Christmas for a Cause. It's a rockin' pop country bash, December 7th, 2024, presented by Ablaze Entertainment, the Troubadour National, as he said. That's on 2416 Music Valley Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37214. You can find out more information at ablazeentertainment.net, and it's under events. So, Ryan, we seem to have come to the end of our interview. Again, I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate the music. If you want to do one more song, it's up to you. You definitely can. I will definitely be glad to listen to one more song.
I think I could arrange that. Let's see.
Let's go out with it. A good Bang.
I'll do the other song I just released earlier this year.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to pull these out, so it'll probably lag for just a sec.
You're good.
Can you hear me? All right. Well, Jack's had my back as long as I can recall. And Jose's been my getaway when the day goes wrong. Bacardi starts my party when the blues start creeping in. Well, I've gotta pay respects to the best that's ever been. Oh, here's the beer and the joy it always brings. Breaking brothers out of strangers, drink by drink. From frosted mugs and solo cups and bottles full of cheer, raise 'em up, y'all, here's the beer. It's appreciated, celebrated everywhere you go. Makes everyone feel welcome and right at home. It turns fives into tens, giving guys like me a chance. Well, I'm 10 feet tall and bulletproof when I got one in my hands. Oh, here's the beer and the joy it always brings. Making brothers out of strangers, drink by drink. From frosted mugs and solo cups and bottles full of cheer, raise 'em up, y'all, here's the beer. Oh. My best friend since I've turned 21, making life way more fun. Oh, here's to beer and the joy it always brings. Making brothers out of strangers, drink by drink. From frosted mugs and solo cups and bottles full of cheer, raise 'em up, y'all, here's to beer. Here's to beer.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you for being here. Thanks again. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. And hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. You have a good night. Thank you.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.